All right. So, hello and welcome to Cricket Tips. Today was the first double header of the second leg that is being played in UAE of IPL 2021, and it started between with a match between a very high-flying Delhi Capitals and Rajasthan Royals. I have my two regular panelists. I won't say regular today because Nishant is here after a long time after coping up with the first RCB loss that he had. I mean, he'll take some time for the second RCB loss to sink in as well. And yes, Nishant is back after a long time. So good to have you over here. But I'll first come to Nishit. Nishit, in Delhi's batting performance today, we did not see the usual firecrackers by Dhawan or Shaw at the start. Both of them departed early. Still, Delhi did quite enough to get to a total that proved to be enough at the end.
That's true, Dwaipan. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Quick Tips. And so the first double header of the day and for the second leg of the IPL as well. And I feel that DC once again proved that why they deserve to be at the top of the points table. Congratulations, Dwaipan. Your team has performed phenomenally well once again. And this is exactly what Ayers mentioned in the post-match presentation that despite the openers Shaw and Dhawan not able to get good enough scores on the board and not able to provide TC that a backing option at the beginning. But then Iyer got that partnership with Rishabh Pant, and they both have been playing for the same franchise for more than 4 years, 5 years. So they know the rhythm of each other quite well. And it's nice that despite no one scoring single-handedly or dominating, each and every batsman chipped in. There were important partnerships that were being rotated, and this showed that the DC batsmen, they proved the depth that they have. That despite the openers not performing well, and also kudos to the DC bowlers that they proved that the score of 150 or 155 is a par score on such a slow pitch because even if it was spin or red hot pace, the bowlers were quite free of DC. So even Nojje mentioned that the pitch was quite slow today, and the ball, it was very hard for the batsmen, especially, but still important partnerships for DC right through the start, and obviously Iyer being the man of the match, a great performance. And I really feel that all the teams should learn from DC because even if your openers fail, rather than everything being shouldered, because we have seen that if the openers fail, Ruturaj Gaikwad shouldering the responsibility for CSK, Devdutt Padikkal shouldering the responsibility for RCB. But in DC, it's good that the pressure is not just on a youngster or on a single person or on a senior as well, but everyone chipping in with the performances, which goes on to prove that the playing 11 of DC is quite strong, made with the batsmen or the bowlers, and it was quite a treat to watch. So a great performance by DC over and all.
Yes, absolutely. I agree every bit. For Nishant, I'm gonna ask about the match talked about. I think if we have done many videos together, me, Nishant, and Manthan, who's not here, but we speak about two people a lot. That is Sanju Samson and Shubman Gill. Little less in the recent times, but we have spoken about them a lot. I'm gonna ask Nishant about the same question and a different because Sanju Samson remained unbeaten till the end, and his side still got defeated by 33 runs. I mean, if the more understandable aspect of cricket of what I've seen over the years is that your prime batsman goes for it. If he does not get it, I mean, he just plays a shot, gets out, and returns to the pavilion. Sanju Samson being not out, and even then, Rajasthan ending up with such a long margin of defeat. I mean, how do you see this? It's quite peculiar for me.
Okay, first of all, hello everyone, and hello D. I know DC is winning the matches and they're almost qualified for the playoffs. But as RCB fan, it's not over until it's over. So yeah, fingers crossed for the playoffs. And yeah, coming back to the question, yeah, that was the Sanju Samson innings. I think because of the lack of three main players, Ben Stokes, Josh Butler, and Jofra Archer, Rajasthan Royals is going to face tough times because they were the three main overseas players that they were playing with. And if you see the scorecard of Rajasthan Royals, none of the batsmen have scored like with a strike rate of more than 100 or 100. Miller got out for 7 for 10. Lomro scored 19 of 24 balls. Rian Parag 2 of 7 balls. Rahul Tewate 9 of 15 deliveries. except Sanju Samson, no one has strike rate more than 100. So that is quite like not acceptable when you are playing against top
Such a strong
table
side.
toppers. Yeah, such a strong side. We
Right.
know that the bowling setup that the DC have, Rabada and Noti and Avesh Khan. Even today, Ashwin was performing very
Ashwin
well.
was performing
We
well.
saw him like performing like this after a long time. He was getting that the turn from the spin. But again, we can't blame Sanju Samson because Sanju Samson has played a decent knock, like 70 or 53 balls chasing 154. 154 isn't a big target. If we see the this second leg of the IPL, like team chasing have won most of the matches. 70% of the matches have been won by team chasing, right? So this was not a target that was like difficult for them to chase. But as I said, like no one stepped up to partner with Sanju Samson. Like there were many big names. Even Maipa Lomro looked promising in the previous match when he like scored 3 sixes and scored a like brilliant knock. Even Kevin Peterson admired him. But again, he failed. The inconsistency with the domestic Indian player, like we also mentioned in the cricket tips team franchise analysis videos, that the reason in the Rajasthan Royals is the weak Indian order. Like if you say Riyan Parag has also shown like too much. He
Neeraj
has shown the
Parag is just
promising.
more talked about his TikTok videos
Yes.
and trends more than his performance. Like, yeah.
Yeah, he will be, I think, like trolled more for the tweets. I think he tweeted against Virat Kohli in a secret manner, I guess, but he will be trolled more because unless you perform in this tournament, this is the best T20 league in the world, right? So
Yeah.
this is the platform where you have to perform. Even Rahul Tewatia in the last season, he looked promising, but again in this season we are not seeing that side of him. Yashasvi Jaiswal again the inconsistent is we played in the one match again failed now. So Sanju Samson's knock was not. I don't think it was the reason behind their loss. And coming back that it was 33 runs, but if Sanju Samson got out, if he played little bit recklessly, the net run rate would have been affected, I guess, because after 15 overs, after 16 overs, Sanju Samson was playing for net run rate because we know in IPL the playoffs final four teams are decided at the last match of the league. And
Right.
Sanju Samson knew it. Even in the last IPL, that a team with 12 points would even qualify. So I think Sanju Samson was targeting the MS Dhoni way, right? To like
Yeah.
take the game as close as possible because he knew that there was no match winner. Even if they had Jofra Archer, even if they had someone big hitter like him, he could have taken the chance. But he knew that there was no one who can like keep going that run rate. If we see the down the order, there was Karthik Tyagi, Chetan Sakaria, and even no one could even I don't think play a single boundary, could score a single boundary. So I think Sanju Samson's
And
even in fact I'm impressed with Sanju Samson's like knock today because I find him playing reckless shots and he gets out in the earlier in the innings. But today it
right.
was
Yeah.
responsible knock.
Yeah, so
Sangakkara
I
in the post match, he speaks about Samson as a lead
Yeah,
batter to, just get himself more time so that he can play the long innings and not get out playing this
he
reckless.
planned
right.
the
So
chase. I think he planned the chase the way Dhoni and Virat Kohli plans the chase.
do
They,
right.
they planned the chase. He was going that way, but unfortunately, no one was there to support him from the other end. So that was
Support
the
him, yeah,
reason.
and to add some statistics to what I totally agree with what Nishant has analyzed. He mentioned a lot of players, so very informative. But I feel that Sanju Samson, we also discussed in the previous discussions that Sanju Samson is lacking somewhere and he should perform. And today we saw that he single-handedly proved that he was the most prolific batsman out of the lot. And two important statistics for the day for the first match that this was the lowest power play score, 21 runs for 3 wickets,
And Rajasthan got through their power play without a boundary. Is there a
without
stat
a boundary.
that as well?
Yeah, and
I mean,
it
is
is
it the first time?
it is, I guess, the second time in since 2011. So this is once again. So this was the second statistic I was coming on to.
Quite
Great chemistry
informative.
between us. The moderator knows us before I mentioned the
Yeah,
statistic.
but it was that rare. I mean, even I was
Was that
surprised
right?
when I got to know. But
And I guess this is the reason why like such statistics were the reason for RR's big loss, because despite Sanju Samson's great knock, because of the very poor start and because of they achieving such infamous statistics, I guess they lost. So I guess Sanju Samson proved to be a mature skipper, and as you rightly mentioned, Sangakkara also mentioned that. But I guess he needs some time and he needs to motivate his players as well, because I guess we could see some lack of intent in the players of RR, and they need to huddle up and re-strategize and come back stronger in the next game.
yeah, personally, just a couple of points. First up, I was really excited to see Liam Livingston at the top of the order, because I saw him at the 100. I've seen him at the Big Bash, and Shane Warne calls him the beast, and rightly so. He just murders the ball. I mean, when he gets going, it's no better sight in world cricket that I've seen in the last 12 months. But not to be for him. And secondly, even as as Delhi Capitals, I'm trying to be, not partisan and all. I'm happy to see a win that has come without Shaw bludgeoning bowlers at the
Right.
power play, without Dhawan getting a big score. The middle order was tested very much, and even when the bowling came at 155, I thought Rajasthan was marginally ahead
Right.
at the half point of that game. And Delhi Capitals bowlers, they show how well rounded up team they are. So yeah, that's pretty much it. In place of
A big positive for Indian team, I guess. Shreyas Iyer's form after the
Yeah,
injury.
that's true.
240
So
plus scores
Nishant, I
and
mean, Shreyas Iyer's good form, if he continues, do you think at the last moment he gets a look into the
yeah, I think he can.
2020?
Sorry, I think he can replace Ishan Kishan. We know that there is Rishabh Pant will be the wicket keeper, right, in the T20.
But there
And
needs to be a backup, right?
yeah, no, but KL Rahul is
KL
there.
Rahul.
KL Rahul,
All right.
we have KL Rahul, so I don't think there will be a place for Ishan Kishan if Shreyas Iyer keeps performing, because we might need someone who can take the responsibility if Rohit Sharma gets out, and if Shreyas Iyer comes in at number 4, Virat Kohli can definitely open the innings for for India, because there will be someone who can handle the innings and he can win the matches for India after the top order collapses. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think Shreyas Iyer has got a good chance if he scores even more in the upcoming matches.
Yeah, that's a
So
great point. I mean, in place of discussion of the day, I've thought about a new thing. It's called the trivia of the day. On most days, when I think it's something nice, it's something something worth bringing up in our discussion, is what I'll do. So I'm gonna ask you both a question, and just take a guess. I mean, it's difficult, it's easy. It's just strike up or not. So, what do you think is common between Rishabh Pant, Rohit Sharma, Gautam Gambhir, Shane Warne, George Bailey, and Kane Williamson? Like, I'll name like Pant, Rohit, Gautam Gambhir, Shane Warne, George Bailey, and Kane Williamson. Even if you have no idea, what do you think? Given the names, they belong to some category. What could it possibly be? Something, anything, any guesses? Just have
okay,
your shot.
maybe like first season qualified as a captain for the playoffs or something as a captain.
You would say yes, close. It's the most wins as captain in their first 10
Oh,
games.
yeah.
And all these
Okay.
players had got 8 wins in their first 10 games as IPL captain. So yeah, Rishabh Pant enters an elite list. I feel it was worth mentioning. And yeah, I hope Rishabh Pant goes on to do many great things for DC as captain. So that brings us to an end of this conversation. We'll be back with the second game of the day, that is between Punjab Kings and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Very interesting game that. So yes, please keep a close eye on our channel. Like, share, subscribe, and comment anything that you want us to speak about more often. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. See you.
See you. It's done.